Stream starting soon.
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 2, 1.
Hey guys and gals, welcome to the Oxford Holy Club, a place where we ready ourselves to give an answer for the hope that's in us. We will also try to answer your questions, random questions from the interwebs, and have some fun too. So put some seatbelts on your ears because we're in for a wild ride. Well, Oxford Holy Club! Hey Lucas, are you okay?
Brad was mouthing the words to the entire intro the entire time, and it was a sight to behold.
That was me. Well, there, Lucas. Is it really that good to be back? Look at our intro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Oxford Holy Club. It is so good to be back and live with you. My name is Brad Siliker, and I'm joined by Andrew Beckwith and Lucas Candy tonight. Gentlemen, how we doing?
Hello.
Very good.
Good. Well, so we were talking about what we're going to do tonight, and we had show notes and everything ready to go. In fact, we've had our show notes for tonight ready for like 3 weeks.
And it was going to be the greatest show ever.
But instead, this is what you're getting tonight. No, we've all been away and traveling or all across this beautiful Atlantic bubble. And oh, hold on, I have to stop. Don Wills, happy birthday, man. I know I sent it to you in a text, but happy birthday. Guys, no, Don, don't go. Can we sing happy birthday to Don before he goes? Listen, join me. His name is Don. Happy birthday to you. Come on. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Don. Happy birthday to you.
Nothing more fun than that.
Singing is my favorite thing to do on Zoom.
I chose.
Okay, so we've been traveling and all over the place, and
I haven't. Spoiler alert.
Well, Lucas and I have, and so as you know, if you watched the last 2 weeks, they were actually the last 3 weeks were pre-recorded, and it's so good to be live. There's nothing like doing this in front of live people. Doesn't matter how big, even if it's just us, but doesn't matter how big or small the number is, but there's something special about being live. Now, before we jump into catching up, and really that's what we're doing tonight, is we just want to chat. We haven't seen each other in some time. I do want to make mention, if you want to find out about who the Oxford Holy Club podcast is, your hosts, any of that kind of stuff, I'm just going to tell you to go on over to Oxford Holy Club. OxfordHolyClub.com. Thank you, Mark Corkum, for liking the stream. Appreciate that, my man. And from there, you can find out all kinds of information, and as well, you can browse some merch and different stuff like that. And so, gentlemen, I'm going to begin this evening by showing you probably my favorite thing from vacation. Are you ready? Because it encapsulates my two great loves.
Oh, no.
Coffee.
Music and video games?
Coffee. And
rock band. You bought a rock band set at a yard sale.
You're killing me, Lucas. You're killing me. Coffee and video games.
Sorry, coffee.
And look at this.
Nice.
Yeah,
that is pretty great.
There's Mario and Bowser.
The other one.
Yeah,
there you go. Fireball.
Big
Everyone's
Greenie.
favorite. Fireball.
Fireball. There's those
Music no block.
Girl Bowser.
Oh, he's back. Girl Bowser. That's not a thing. Oh, there's Toad.
Right there.
Now,
Isn't there a girl right there? That's blurry. It's
Where did you
those are the
buy
Koopa
this?
kids. Those are the Koopa kids.
The Koopa.
Remember them?
Koopalings.
No, not there.
There's everyone's favorite
Luigi.
green plumber boy.
There you go. Fun fact, because I'm colorblind, Mario and Luigi are the same color. So one's a little taller.
But you
sad
can,
life you live.
You can read though, right? Like you can still tell the M and the L.
I can read the M and the L. Yes,
He's
I do.
word blind too.
I'm word blind.
Sorry, I'm just trying to.
Just say illiterate. Sorry, guys, I'm word blind.
That explains. That makes so much sense now. Lucas is like, guys, what were the show notes? I just didn't read them.
I didn't have time. Sorry.
Kelsey, thank you for liking the stream. Nice to see you tonight. How's the foot? I saw a picture on Facebook a while ago of you.
How's the foot?
A sidewalk, and you had a fight or something, and the sidewalk won. I don't know. Anyway, so my son wanted me to take him to go buy Disney Infinity characters. And I don't know if any of you are into Disney Infinity or any of that stuff, but
Didn't
basically,
think it was still a thing.
well,
but anyway.
and that's the thing. It's not. They've been discontinued for some time, but the kids across the street have a ton of them. And their mother had taken the boys to go yard sailing and found them, or some Kijiji or whatever. And so, of course, that meant Jaden now had to have some again. And he used to have a ton, and then we got rid of them. So, like, okay, bud, yeah, we can go shopping. He's like, they said they're at Best Buy. I said, buddy, listen. No, they're not. If we have a shot in the dark, it is going to be in some bargain bin in Walmart. Let's go. So off to Walmart we went. That didn't happen. And then we went to a pawn shop because there's a really sweet pawn shop here in Charlottetown called Most Wanted. Shout out, not a sponsor, but we can talk. Anyway,
How does it compare to the parlor in Moncton, just out of curiosity?
let me just tell you this, and I was a frequenter of the parlor, as you all know. I bought lots and I sold lots.
As we all were.
We all were. It was like a pilgrimage. That was our Mecca. And so,
was.
yeah. Anyway, I honestly would much prefer Most Wanted to the parlor.
Wow.
It is a step above. Anyway, so we're going
But
through all.
wait.
No, okay.
Like old school parlor or like new parlor?
That's a good distinction.
I've not been to the new parlor. What's it like?
Okay, so you're not.
Oh,
not good.
it's gotten worse. Yeah,
That's not.
it's lost some of the magic.
That's not good, guys. Okay. Anyway, okay. So Most Wanted, we were there, and Most Wanted in Truro is also good. Thanks, Barb. Man, my camera's really bugging me tonight. You guys see me? Am I okay?
Yeah, mine
Great.
too. Yeah, there we go. My built-in cameras.
So
finicky.
mine's not. Anyway, whatever.
I'm not making fun of yours.
Long story short, couldn't find what he wanted, and so he was walking out sad. And just as we were about to walk out, I spotted this mug in a display case, and I was like, "Whoa, wait!"
They locked it up.
Is it vintage?
What?
I mean, it's hard to tell, I guess, but
I don't know. It's got some Pyramid America, which that's the name of the brand. Hi, Gloria. Nice to see you. So anyway, so $20 for this mug. And I was like, So anyway, I looked at it.
In case anyone was wondering what our annual incomes are, we all just cringed at the idea of spending $20 on a mug. So that gives you a good idea of where we're at financially. Okay, go ahead,
Low.
Brad.
Our annual incomes are low.
Again, if you could just go on over to auctionholyclub.com and browse that merch tab. So I picked it up and I looked and I was like, you know what? I don't need this. It's $20. That's kind of crazy for a mug. And I put it back and we left. And I didn't even get to the van before I called Mandy and was like, so there's this mug. See? And it's got Mario on it and it's really cool and I'd really like it. And I said it encapsulates the two things I love, coffee and video games, blah, 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 blah. No, couldn't find Jaden anything. No, he's pretty sad. Yeah, can I get the mug? What do you think? And so she just said, she kind of hummed and hawed for a second. Then she said these words, and these are dangerous. And she knows what she's doing. That's the crazy thing. She goes, you do what you think is right.
You do, yeah,
and then
exactly.
So I said, okay, kids, I got to go back in for a second. Just a minute. I'll be right back. And so I went in and I bought the mug and I spent the $20. And then the next day our alternator went on our van and that was $600. And I felt so stupid.
Hey, if it had been $620, you wouldn't have even worried about the 20 at that point, right?
The alternator and the tensioner went and I was sitting there going, oh, that sucks.
He saw you walk in there with that mug and he's like, oh, I can take this guy.
I got this guy. Yeah, I carry it with me.
He's got vintage mug money.
It's my comfort mug. Oh, he's got vintage mug. They can see me. It's called a whale hunt. They can see me.
It's a whale hunt.
Oh my goodness. So that's my mug story. What else has been going on with you guys? Andrew, I know that Lucas and I went away on vacation, so I'm sure we got lots of vacation stories. I'm curious about your neighbors on Tuesday nights. What's it? We haven't had a neighbor update.
It's very uneventful. They're basically non-existent the last 2 months. Like,
what did you
since
do?
that,
did you pray them out?
Since the big Canada Day super party, like I don't even see them, let alone hear them. Which I'm saying those words out loud. So
Everybody
obviously
loves
they're
a
gonna have
Mumford man. Never mind.
big party, big party this weekend probably. But no, it's been quiet. No fun stories to tell. But yeah, sorry.
I was actually thinking about it, and I was like, man, considering we have been on the air 3 weeks, I'm like, I do not have a good stockpile of stories. I'm gonna have to really scrape the bottom of the barrel to get through this episode. But I mean, I guess I have done, summer, the standard summer things, especially if you're from the Maritimes.
So for those that are watching, we're going to be just basically talking and sharing some stories that have taken place over the last couple of weeks. It may or may not be exciting. We'll do our best to make it entertaining. I've
got a few gems that I could.
Maybe we could throw in like a Pictionary in the middle there.
Definitely not ready for that. That's what's going on. Okay. But if you have some fun summer stories, let us know. Talk to us in chat. Let us know what's going on with y'all. All right. Hold on. Andrew, what's the status of your bathroom?
It is
a percentage.
It is like 99.9999999% done.
I mean, you have to you have to Windex the mirror or something. Like
there is a different toilet paper roll holder that we have that's in there already that I want to change out. And
that is unacceptable.
I have to paint.
I need to go from 2-ply to 3-ply, and I got to upgrade that.
And I have to paint the outside trim in the hallway, and those are the only things left.
The outside trim in the hallway is not part of the bathroom, is
Technically, it's not even bathroom, but it's part of the overhaul. So
there you go, living the dream.
Well,
no, it's so close.
If you're if you haven't been listening to the podcast for very long, Andrew has there's a promise that Andrew made quite some time ago that upon completion of his bathroom, he would give us a tour, because it was quite the ordeal of him renovating this bathroom, and then he never talks about it, and then every now and then we bring it up.
Silent.
Like, I don't understand. How do you go to bed at night knowing it's not done, and how do you go in there and go, I can't believe I haven't finished this? 2-ply? What am I?
Because listen.
I'm listening.
We started this May 2019. I go to bed perfectly fine now. I care less.
I see. It's gone on long enough now that it doesn't affect you.
No, it's done. I mean, it's done. Really. Just got to do those two little things.
Well,
I went to Twin Shores for part of my vacation, I guess.
We're moving on.
We're done talking
about the bathroom. Lucas is back. I think he talked to a kid for a second, and then was like, "It's my turn."
Basically, yeah. So we went to Twin Shores. It's where we go every summer. It's near Darnley, PEI.
Whoa! Basically, you were in PEI?
Yeah.
Do you know that I'm in PEI?
Yes, but not only were you 2 hours away in Charlottetown or whatever, you were further past that, and you did invite me out, but I did not feel like driving 3.5 hours to go say hi. So
that was a hard text to receive back from you, by the way.
I know, and I was like, "Ooh, what is the softest way to say I don't want to drive that far?"
Halfway?
You even blame you used your kids as cannon fodder for that when you're like, I don't know if I could really if the kids would be in for an extra hour and a half. And
did I? Oh, what a coward I am. No, but I did. I even threw in hey guys, come on down to the beach. Leave your beach and come to my beach.
Leave your beach you've worked so hard to get to.
So that's always a good time. It's like a Disneyland of camping, because I grew up camping in Funday Park and stuff, which is nice, but it's not fancy.
There's no power.
Yeah, there's no power, none of that stuff. Anyway, so we went camping and it was a good time. I went with my parents, Melissa's parents, and then her whole family. And yeah, we had a really good time. Twin Shores. I don't know if the whole island's like this, but Twin Shores Campground, COVID what? Because you go there, not a mask in sight. The only time I heard COVID was when some kid working in the ice cream stand did not want to give my daughter a cup of water to drink. And she goes, I'm sorry, I can't COVID. I was like, you don't have any COVID stuff for anything. And you can't give my kid a cup of water. Anyway, I bought your stupid $10 ice cream cone or whatever it is. But other than that, it is actually a great place to go, other than me being surly that one time.
Well,
I've been there once. I enjoyed it.
I've been to
Yeah, it
Twin
was really
Shores,
nice.
but I haven't been to the campground. But you're famous now because of your Twin Shores trip. Now, is that because you tore apart some poor little girl that wouldn't give a cup of water, or was that something different? Why were you in the news?
In the news? What do you mean in the news?
Well, on Facebook.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm
Newsfeed.
Every time I go vacationing, I take pictures and I string them together into a little video. I have an app
Or
for
the
it.
grocery store, or down to the basement.
Hey,
or
these
wherever.
memories are treasured memories. Anyhow, so I strung it together and I put it up there. Anyway, and I, of course, I tag my location as Twin Shores Campground, and they're like, "Oh, we love that video. Can we share it?" And I said, "Sure." Although I don't think they actually did ever share it. They're probably like, "It's not that good."
Then they
But,
watched it.
But it's funny because I'll get back to school in the fall, and like the receptionists will be like, "Man, you guys had a crazy awesome summer." I was like, "Not really. It looks good." I'm like, "Yeah, if you turn it into a 5-minute montage, it looks pretty sweet, but it's a pretty standard summer, I promise."
What is the name of the photographer that had the moving photos?
Ken Burns.
Ken Burns. Is your video just all a bunch of Ken Burns
No, ever
I
since
hate Ken Burns.
and like some kind of
Ken Burns effect. Ever since they have made live video or live photos on iPhones, that's been my bread and butter.
It drives me nuts. Listen, I'm going to say this,
Yeah.
and I'm going to preface it with "I love you"
Okay.
as a brother and a friend in Christ. No, a brother in
Yeah.
Christ and a friend, or whatever.
A friend in Christ. Most people are brothers.
An
Your
acquaintance
in Christ. My
in
acquaintance in Christ.
Anyway, I hate live videos. And when someone snaps a picture, or live pictures, I mean, on an iPhone,
Yeah.
and someone snaps a picture and sends it to me, Lucas, and it's a live one, I'm like, I always feel like the person didn't realize they did it, because who in their right mind takes a picture that is just a couple of seconds long that then reverses itself and sends that?
See, I only use it
just
for when I string.
frustrates
It's
me.
awesome for making videos.
Is
but
it?
For me? It is. I love it. Anyway, that's fine. When you're old and sitting there with no childhood memories because you didn't take the pictures and make the beautiful montages, it'll just be a
Lucas?
but yes, I will. Yes.
I'll look at yours.
I have a shared folder that I share on my iPhone with my family. We have pictures from when Harmony was born to yesterday. There's like 5,000 photos, and it's all just the kids and us. So I'm taking pictures. Don't worry.
That's good.
But not one of them is a live picture.
Really? I had no idea you were so anti-live pictures.
I am.
Wow,
I
keep that
take
in mind.
either take a video or take a picture. But stop doing it halfway. No one is
Okay.
satisfied by your halfway picture video
Let's-
garbage.
Wow.
let's take
who
this
hurt
to-
you?
Let's take this to tribal council. People out there in the internet, like, do you think have you ever heard of live pictures? Because a lot of people haven't. Do you hate them? Do you love? So hate, love, and different. Where are you sitting on live photos? So I feel like there's only one of three.
Tiffany, I think likes them, but also it's really annoying when you're go to Walmart to try and print pictures, and it's a live.
Oh
thing.
yeah. Yeah,
It
I don't
makes
print many pictures. But
It makes
yeah.
it quite difficult.
I don't do that either.
I see.
But it's just this little icon right there. Boop.
Yeah, turn it on and take all your pictures that way.
And your lives will be changed.
Boop. And then look off. And now I'm taking
gonna go
pictures
see
like
if
a normal
mine's on.
person.
Well, I think the default's off.
Mine was
but
on.
It's easy. It's on. There you go.
Yeah.
Do not send Brad a picture.
Hey.
It's not worth it.
Here, just while we're on the iPhone or on your
Taking
phone,
a live photo right now.
don't do it. Hey guys, make sure that you go into your settings and into your cellular and make sure that Wi-Fi assist is turned off. There's a setting that keeps getting toggled on for me when I do an update that if your Wi-Fi signal sucks where you're at, it will use your data to.
Oh no.
The Wi-Fi calling.
No, it's not Wi-Fi calling. Let's see here.
I'm actually writing this down just in case.
It's in cellular, and then you scroll all the way down to the bottom of cellular, and it's called Wi-Fi Assist.
Oh, it's on. I've used 1.4 gigs.
We blew through our
Right.
data when we were out at the camper. I set up a media server. Scott Layton, live pics suck. I set up
Thank you, Scott.
I set up a media server that I could still watch all my shows on while I was out there, but there was no internet. But I had Wi-Fi. It was connected to the computer. But the Wi-Fi assist was on, and I was still getting, even though I was connected to that network and it should have been off the grid, I was getting all your text messages and your live stinking photos, and like all my apps are updating. And I had no idea how. And now we are out of data for the next 2 weeks.
Dang.
Did you have to sit the kids down and tell them, like, guys, we're now data poor for the next
I bought
2
a
weeks?
mug, guys, and there's no data.
I bought a mug. Dad went off and bet all of our data money on the ponies.
Okay, Cole, listen to this. Cole on the ponies. Cole Girls is on here saying, "Why are we talking about live pictures? LOL. Just joined." Scott, I'm not ignoring your earlier question about is Barber still lost in the woods, or has he OHC retired? He's still MIA at this point.
Right.
That'd be a fair way to put that.
Although I did bump into him on the island, I was on a golf trip, so he is actually alive and well. But
He bumped into him in the car drive there.
You
oh
bumped.
yeah, I did drive him there. I forgot about that because he wasn't supposed to come with me, and then he has to get around. Yeah, so we went golfing a couple weeks ago. Yeah, and it was you would have seen that beautiful video I made out of live photos. Okay, I do have a segue though, and I have a question I've been meaning to ask. Okay, and I'm gonna need you guys to this is an honest moment. You guys are gonna be honest with me. Tell me, is this wrong or right? It's kind of
Yes,
wrong.
you
but
spend too much money on pens. Yes.
I think it's kind of right. This was a great deal. Amazon Basics, $10.
Shots fired.
Fine nib, beautiful. Anyhow, okay. I've had this thing I've been struggling with since I was young, and I've always wanted to do
I hate this
never
setup.
did.
I hate this setup. Just get to it.
And anyway, and I've almost done it twice this summer, and that was punch a bird out of the air.
What?
So
Like you
I was
want to do it?
I've always wanted to do it. Anytime a bird comes close to me, I've always wanted to punch it out of the air. And we were going for a walk like a month ago, and this picture's like right at me.
Thanks, John, for the follow.
And
He must have liked what you said.
And I thought, this is the moment, because pigeons are dumb. Pigeons are so used to people. They think they own every walkway. And he was coming at me, and he was kind of going up, but I said, I think I got it. And I jumped, and I took a swing at him. Anyway, I missed him by probably like a foot, but it felt like inches. Anyway,
It was probably
I
half a kilometer.
no, it was not. I felt the wind, the wing beats on my hand.
You felt the wind
Anyway.
beneath his wings.
The wind beneath his wings. Anyway, Melissa did almost die laughing at it because she just randomly out of nowhere.
Did
saw
anybody
me
take
try to-
any live photos of it?
Oh man, I wish. Well, I mean, my jumping would not be great, but the sheer tenacity. And then about a week and a half later, when I was on, Anne of Green Gables Island, I was on the beach, and similar to the pigeons, the seagulls are pretty. I don't know what you would call them, but they're pretty bold.
They are.
Anyway, and I almost took one of those at well, no, I was further away. I was at least 3 feet, but I was willing to take a crack at it. Now, punching a bird out of the air. Now, I'm not talking about like a parrot or an eagle or something majestic. I'm talking about your garden variety garbage bird, your pigeon, your seagull. Right or wrong? Would people out there voting?
I'm gonna.
Is it okay for me to punch a bird?
I'm going with wrong too. What concerns me is not so much the action as much as it is the lack of empathy for damaging a bird. Like I'm pretty sure
your
Bird
feathery
that's
friend?
like laying on the ground.
I'm pretty sure there's a litmus test for like being a psychopath, and one of the things is like have you like it goes from punching birds out of the sky to a rampage somewhere.
It's a gateway.
It's gateway violence.
bird.
It's gateway violence.
Now, tell me something. If you were just walking along and you saw somebody punch a bird out of the air, would that not make your day?
I would
Maybe your
definitely
week.
tell the story on the podcast for sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
Something to talk about.
It's wrong, which I think I know. I think if I search my soul, I know it's wrong. But man, I
He
think it
still
would feel,
tried it though.
it would feel awesome. Well, except for it would feel awesome until the second you make contact and you're like, ew, I got gross garbage bird germs on
Yeah,
me.
and then you're like trying to figure out what to do with
And
the
to be
body.
fair, actually, of all the birds in the world, I think that seagulls are actually my favorite.
Wow.
They can't get a little garbagey. I know.
Wow,
I know
it's
I've
the ones you tried to
complicated
punch.
relationship.
The birds you try to punch are your favorite.
No, not pigeons though. Pigeons are rats with wings. They're garbage birds. I would punch one of those any day of the week.
Why?
Just because they're asking for it. They're always underfoot. They're always cooing at me and like.
They're asking for it.
What is? There's got to
I've
be.
never seen a more punchable bird than a pigeon. I gotta say, like, it can't. No.
Hey, listen, I'm asking for a friend. Any chance you enjoy taking the wings off butterflies? Is that something you're into?
No, and I'm normally like super like not into like I wouldn't hunt and like I feel bad when I have to kill an insect or whatever. But man, pigeon, I got their number, I guess. And I have been pooped on by seagulls, never by pigeons, but for some reason, oh man, I think all you people do not spend enough time in cities, and I don't even live in like a gross city. I live in Fredericton. It's a beautiful city. It doesn't have that many pigeons, except unless you walk the walking bridge. And even then, it's not bad. But when I've lived in Ottawa, Pigeon City. That's what I'm telling you right now.
Pigeon City.
Pigeon City.
Do you have a fear, Lucas, that at some point, sometime, at any time, there is a pigeon looking at you? Did you ever hear the fear that the fear that somewhere somehow a duck is watching you? Did you ever hear that?
No. Are you going through a list? No, I have no bird-related phobias whatsoever. I get a huge kick out of watching seagulls just like
Fight each other.
cruise
Bird
around.
fights.
Bird fights. Apparently, I can get fined for punching a seagull. Seagulls are protected? Like, that seems overkill. Who thinks we're running low on seagulls? Like, honestly.
This is a long conversation about birds.
So,
Now let me tell you about my experience with seagulls over vacation.
Oh, I thought you were moving on.
So we were at West Point Beach, and as you guys know, like we've been very fortunate, and without going into a lot of detail, like we've been extremely blessed and have had an opportunity presented to us, the likes of which we probably won't get again, which was to be able to get a camper again and to put it on a lot down at West Point Beach. My family have property down there, like beach property, and so long story short is that we wound up getting a camper, which y'all know, and we got it on the beach. And so we were able to spend an entire week there with just Mandy, the kids, and I. And the only thing we had to do each day was get up and decide whether we wanted to go swimming or go for a walk or whatever. But there's lots of stories to tell about the camper. I could go on and on about having to like fix a ton of stuff and what that was like. So
did you get the plumbing situation fixed?
Yeah, the plumbing situation was, hold on, let me finish the seagulls. Let me finish the seagulls, bye. So the way that I experienced seagulls, Lucas, was we'd be in the water and we would watch the seagulls flying over, and then they would just dive bomb into the water to get food and then come up. It was awesome to watch. It connected us with nature. Dare I say it may have been a spiritual experience for my family and I, but whatever, go punch your seagulls. That's great. Anyway, okay, so we get to the camper, and I knew I had some plumbing to do because the sink that was put in before we bought it was too low. Well, it wasn't too low. It was lower than the original, and so the plumbing didn't line up at all. So I was able to get holes cut under the drain and get the pipes down. But then the pipes under the drain were all in and good to go, sitting properly, but they would not attach to the pipes that were existing in the camper because of the height differential. So I lowered the pipes, but guys, I had to go to, I want to say 3 or 4 different hardware stores before I could find someone that was more competent than me. And I mean no disrespect to these people, but eventually I found someone that knew plumbing really well and could cobble something together and show me what to do. And so I learned an awful lot about plumbing that I never thought I would learn. So got all that connected. The drain is great. It's all hooked up. Hook the sink back or hook the tap back up. Flip the water on. But not from the tap where you'd expect, but from down below. This brand new tap that came with the camper that we were given was
A time bomb.
like bursting forth from the main water line. And
Wasn't so brand new after all.
but it was wrapped in plastic. But long story short on that one was it was missing an O-ring. And so like a rubber O-ring, but so when the hose was making a connection, it was touching metal. And so it wasn't a watertight seal, and water would squirt out the sides, and then it was making a crazy mess. So got that fixed and felt really good, guys. Fixed I put floor down. I fixed the drain. I fixed the tap. Water's running and water's emptying. It's all going where it's supposed to. Life is good. We go to bed. 5 a.m. comes. Jaden comes poking me. Dad, the toilet's overflowing.
Oh no.
So I get up and I'm telling you guys, like water all over the floor. And water in a
That
camper.
you just replaced?
Well, no. So we clean up the water and then I didn't know what the issue was, and so I'm doing some research on it, and it looks like there's a water valve in the back of these toilets that when you flip the handle, because it's like it's an RV toilet, so you pull the little lever and it opens up the water valve, and
Oh yeah, and then
then when you shut it, it shuts it off. There was like the tiniest trickle of water that was still coming out. And I wondered if it was because we had too much water pressure. There wasn't a regulator between the hose and the camper. So it was like just straight pressure off of this hose. So I got a regulator and that didn't do it. So I went to Kensington to go get a water valve. Learned YouTube is a great thing. There's where my dad went. Yeah. Drove to Kensington. Ooh, sorry, Lucas. Drove to Kensington, which is pretty close to Twin Shores.
I thought your camper was like past Charlottetown the other direction.
No, man, no.
I would definitely. Maybe Manny told me. Someone definitely told me. I was under the impression that to get to was like a 3.5 hour drive, which now to think of it would have taken me halfway across the island.
No.
But okay.
Anyway, so I get to Kensington. Actually, I called them first and I said, can you get this water valve for this toilet? And can you check the part number? Yep, we got it. I said, great. Can you set it aside, put it under the counter? I'm on my way. I'm up west, though. It's going to take me like an hour. And yep, so Jaden and I go and get to the place, and they didn't set it aside, which was the first thing that should have alerted me. And the lady walks to the back and just grabs something off the shelf and passes it to me and says, there's your water valve. And I went back home.
Oh no.
It was the wrong water valve.
Ooh, doctor.
So we basically we were on toilet duty or toilet watch during the day and turned the water off at night so that we didn't drown. Anyway, so go back to Kensington the next day, get the right water valve, get it replaced, get the toilet back in, flush everything. Everything's good. So all that's done. My goodness, I replaced gutters and different stuff because we noticed that the gutters, there's supposed to be spouts coming off the corners. If you got an AC unit on your camper, it drains through gutters and it runs off the corner. Well, these had been broken off, and so when the AC was on, it was all running down the seam along the back corner of the camper, which is just a huge recipe for water damage. Anyway, we got it all sorted. I even built a step with my own hands. Got a saw. I'm telling you, man, that camper's gonna make a man out of me yet. So, and then I will just say this. So we were at West Point that whole week. Nobody, there was nothing other than fixing the camper and spending time with the family. It was great. My mom and my aunt stayed in another family member's camper just across from us, and then we've got a gazebo down there that's like a place that we can all go, and there's a table inside for lots of people, like 8 people can sit around this table. And so my mom, my grandfather, my aunt, and then my family, Mandy and I and the kids, had supper every night together at the beach in the gazebo. It was fantastic. We had lobster. We had treats. Oh my goodness, the junk food that was there was, yeah, it was a little uncomfortable, but it was really good. I just kept singing the Rhett and Link song, but it's still okay because I'm on vacation. And that was just my mantra for the week.
FYI, I just looked it up. It would have taken you an hour and 11 minutes to get to Brad.
Frank, I do feel bad now. because driving to Charlottetown was not a short drive, and I thought it was the wrong way past Charlottetown. Anyway, I have a question for you guys, and my
Is it
favorite.
bird related?
There's no birds involved here. But as Kelsey said, I'm very glad you didn't drown in your camper.
Me too. I was just reading that and having a laugh. Thanks, Kelsey.
So my favorite season is fall. I don't know what your guys' favorite season is. Do you have one off the top of your head?
I was just reading Scott's
Summer.
comment about pigeons stealing your French fries. Sorry, I got to focus up.
Well, here's the thing. I love fall. Ever since I was a kid, fall is my favorite.
Of course, all the colors are. Oh, never mind.
Everyone's freaking out about trees for some reason.
Why is it your favorite?
Fewer birds everywhere. No, but what is your guys', first of all, is fall your favorite season? It gets more popular than people think. And what is your favorite part of fall? And I'm going to give you some of the options, and I want everyone to vote in chat as well. Here's some of the favorite things, the hits of fall. Maybe these are your favorite, maybe they're not. So with fall, you've got back to school season. So back to school, that also includes like when all of the activities start up again. Like you got your Awanas and your Sparks and your hockey and all that junk. Halloween, that's a big one. Thanksgiving.
Sparks and hockey.
All that junk.
The three big ones.
These are the highlights, and they got tossed in as junk.
And then so Halloween.
Do you have notes?
Thanksgiving.
Hold on. Do you have notes? You keep looking down with your pen.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to forget anything in my list.
He wanted to write something with his $10 pen.
You're so Amazon basic.
Well, once I realized that we weren't going to be doing the online note thing, I thought I got to write notes down or I'll probably blank out. And anyway, talk about birds way too much. So like pumpkin spice lattes, sweaters, all the leaves. Apparently that's the thing, the colors. What's your favorite part of fall? Like, what do you love about fall?
Denim jackets. I'm wearing mine. I'm wearing mine tonight. I left my air conditioning on extra long because with all the screens and lights in here, it gets crazy hot. And so
Right.
I left my air conditioner on until we came on the call together because I wanted to wear I love being able to wear denim in fall.
So fall fashion is your favorite thing.
Fall fashion. But now,
Fall
like,
fashion.
fall's not until September 22nd or the 23rd. I think the 22nd is the last day of
In
summer.
my head canon, fall is September 1st, but that's fine. I understand that if you're going by whatever the Druids say, the vernal equinox or whatever. Yes, that's true. As soon as school starts, summer's over for me.
Oh, well, yeah. Wow, there's.
But I guess you
dead
guys
to
don't
me.
follow that same calendar.
Halloween has always been. I mean, people have different views on Halloween and stuff like that. It's always been a fun thing for me as a kid and as a teen. But then as a parent, we've really enjoyed Halloween and have made the most of it. And we go trick or treating and stuff like that with friends and so I'm looking forward to that. I always look forward to Halloween. It's just a ton of fun. You do it safely and you check all your kids' candy and take your parent tax and then you're good. Fall fashion, that's big for me.
Fall fashion.
And I think the biggest thing too for me, and this is not a fun thing. I love getting back into the routines and all that junk.
Yep. How about you, Andrew?
This is it's not really like specific like Brad's denim jacket specifically, but I do like the little bit of chill in the air where you need to like put a sweater on or like
Denim
put a
jacket.
coat or a denim jacket. I just
Is it more
like
about
that.
the chill or more about the fashion? Are you also a fall fashion person?
No,
or is it...
I just like I like being cold and being able to like warm up, but I don't
Agree.
like being
Agree.
too
That is
cold.
nice.
Like when you get into winter.
Yeah.
But I like being like, oh, it's a little chilly. I'll put a sweater on or whatever. I like that.
Because there's like cozy in the fall. In the summer, you're
Yeah.
either cold or hot. You're never like perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, I think the back to school, even as a kid, I loved back to school season. Like it was always kind of exciting because that's when everything started up again. And then in Sussex, for those of you familiar with Sussex, we also have the balloon fiesta at the start of September. So that's always, to me, another kind of big facet of fall is you go back to school and then you have the balloon fiesta. We chase hot air balloons around. There's always like a big party there and stuff. And
I've never been to the balloon fiesta and a balloon gone up.
what?
Yeah,
okay.
I think when I've been there, they haven't gone up as well.
Yeah.
Well, there was a couple years in a row where they were like stinkers and it wasn't good. But yeah, Although when I go with my family, I just have fun going, even if the balloons don't go up. But I would imagine if you drove an hour and no balloons went up, it'd be kind of like, this is super lame. But because you have no like.
Guess I'll go look at the
Nostalgia.
crafts in the barn.
Okay, here's the life hack for a balloon hack, fiesta hack, is as soon as we watch the balloons go up or not go up, once they make that call, we go to the horse barns, and instead of looking at the crafts, we look at the horses because they do barrel racing. So it's one of those things that it's fun to
They
watch.
put
for like
horses
half an
on
hour.
barrels.
They run around the barrels. But that would be that's
Would
the
that not
advanced
be?
level.
Would that
We're
not be
watching the
more
beginner level.
entertaining?
Yeah. So let's see. Oh, Scott Layton. He's a fall fashion guy. I didn't realize fall fashion was going to be the thing, but yeah.
I agree.
Scott
Shorts and
says
hoodies.
Shorts and hoodies.
What are you wearing right now, Andrew?
Shorts and hoodies.
Nice.
My core
It's
is always
like I
too
love
hot,
like
so I can't
top
do it.
being warm and the bottom being cold.
It is nice.
It's a good combo.
But I think for me, fall, I love it all. Like, I mean, like I said, my favorite is the back to school and all that stuff. Even as a kid, did you guys like back to school as kids, or were you like, oh no, summer's dead, don't make me go back?
Yes.
You guys were like that.
Yes, we were like that.
Okay, well, and how about you, Andrew? You seem to be waffling.
No, I didn't like back to school. I mean, well, I will say I did enjoy getting like a new binder and like getting it all set up.
That new pen
Right.
smell.
Oh no.
Brad,
Got to get that 5-star binder.
Oh yeah. Okay. You got
You
me.
get the 5
Everybody
star.
wants the 5-star.
Let me just zip all this thing up so it's all secure.
Yeah.
I remember one year I bought a pair of these grade 9. I remember specifically grade 9, these gray Nikes. And I went to school.
And you're not allowed to wear them till the first day of school.
Of course. And about half of grade 9 had the same sneakers in different colors. And gray was by far the most common color. But they were I didn't even care. They were such a great sneaker. It's funny because I couldn't tell you my grade 11 or 12 sneaker, but I can remember my grade 9 sneaker.
I couldn't tell you any of the sneakers from about 2 months ago back.
That's right. You have weak sneaker memory. That's all right. But there you go. So I guess the only other person who cares about fall is Scott, and he's a hoodies and shorts man. I don't pull that look off too often, but there you go.
Well, give her a try. Make fashion your new fall thing.
Make fashion. I
And
do.
You could start. You could Instagram
add
that.
it to the cavalcade of stuff I love.
I do have a denim jacket.
Oh,
you?
guys. I came up with this all on my own. Thanksgiving's pretty awesome.
Yes, Tiffany, it is.
Yes, Tiffany. Thank you. Yeah, we really.
I'll be right back. I have to go do something important.
There you go. Oh, he's gonna put on his denim jacket. I think.
You think so?
I think so. I think we're about to see some denim.
I was hoping maybe he
but-
would bring us to the bathroom and he'd show us. Finally, give us a video. What? Hey, what do you? What's on his bed?
doubt it.
What's on his bed?
It looks like
Okay, there's a
I don't
book bag.
know.
Oh, he's getting back to school ready. He still does it. He's still trying to. He's still
I
getting.
think I
his,
see a 5-star.
Is that a 5-star binder? Okay, it looks like. What is that? Right to the left of his microphone, in between the book bag.
It looks like something in like plastic wrap.
Yeah. Oh, maybe it's just a blanket, and that's super boring. But
It's
then,
probably.
But then that thing right there, is that an inflatable, like for swimming? What? No,
You're muted.
you're muted, or something happened. We don't hear you.
Some cotton swabs.
Cotton swabs.
Never would have guessed
Would not
that.
have gotten that. No, not in a million
Bad
years.
news. I'm pretty sure I finally said I'm never gonna wear this denim jacket, and I gave it away.
Oh my word!
Oh,
Lucas called it though.
no.
He thought you were going for your denims,
Your denims.
getting your Canadian tuxedo going. I am wearing a denim jacket and denim jeans right now.
It's a good place
It's
here.
it's a good thing.
Yeah, Scott's got 2 heading off to college university. So, I mean, that sounds like a good thing, Scott. I mean, I could see the appeal of fewer in the house. You know, of course,
Which room's
sad.
gonna be your game room?
Yes. There you go.
Nice.
Oh man, I would love to have a pool table, but I don't think I'll ever live in a house with enough extra space for a pool table.
Yeah.
But
Oh, what? There's a show where he bought a pool table. I think it was maybe Seinfeld.
and the room is too small.
Yeah.
Making holes in the wall.
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh wait, wasn't that Arrested Development? Job bought a pool table and he kept
Maybe.
like
Yeah,
he kept poking holes in the wall.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
had somebody with
yeah.
a sledgehammer.
sledgehammer.
Yes, just sledgehammer. Right there,
there.
please. That was
It's a gaming
awesome.
ship.
It's a gaming ship. Nice. Well, fellas, what do you think? How we all? Oh, nothing happened. COVID University online.
Oh no, Peniac Online. Oh, Scotty, I forgot about that.
Well, really.
Oh no.
If anything, that's going to cost you more. Have to up that internet plan.
Yeah, make sure you turn off Wi-Fi assist. That's all I can say.
Ugh, good grief.
If I've said it
Wi-Fi.
once, I've said it a million times. Turn off Wi-Fi assist.
Listen, everyone, if you got an iPhone right now, first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to your photo app, all right? And you're going to go to that top right, and it says live photo. You're going to turn that off. Then you're going to go down into the settings, into your
Phone hacks with Brad.
phone hacks with Brad. Then you're going to, then what you want to do is you want to swing left, and you want to go into settings, and then you're going to
Don't turn off live photo. Do not even think about it.
Lucas, you're too late. We've already done it. Then you're going to get into your phone settings, and you're going to turn off this thing called Wi-Fi Assist so that you don't wind up using your data without realizing it. Guys, do we have any? I mean, vacation for me was the beach, and then we went to Oxford so the kids could see their friends that they haven't seen for a year. It had been one whole year since we tried to get there probably 4 times, and either we were sick, one of us was sick, or a vehicle was sick. And the day we were supposed to go this last time, the alternator went. And we were supposed to have gone when we were at the camp for the week, or at our camper. We were supposed to be in Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, but Mandy and Harmony got strep throat. Lucas, you've got a look on you that something else is going on. What's happening? Do you think he's just done listening to me?
Your
So we
voice went all weird from the thing. No, like, I was. Yeah. Sorry, your audio.
It's getting a little wonky.
It's good
the
now, I
audio.
think.
Is it me or is it Lucas? What are you seeing, Andrew?
It's everybody. So maybe it's me.
I thought you were going to say we were going to go see them, but then we were $20 short of an alternator repair and we couldn't do it.
No, so the kids get to see their friends. It was fantastic. Got to go down to Big Lake Camp, spend some time there, and that was fun as well. And then we went and saw Mandy's family, and I hadn't seen them since Christmas, so it was really nice to get over and visit. And that was my vacation.
I just started vacation yesterday.
Really?
I saw you were at Fun Day Park. How was that?
You're like, I was in Kensington. I was going to go either to Charlottetown or the other way.
It was 3 hours though, so Fun Day's always solid. Like we went actually 2 Saturdays in a row with different halves of the family.
Fun.
But
Did you pretend to be surprised the second time? Like, oh, no way. I've never seen this before.
but it's really Fundy's hilarious because there's like a 99% chance you're going to bump into somebody you know. There's always somebody you know at Fundy. And both times I ran into people.
I ran into Brad one time, and that was quite the event of all people to run into.
Yep. Just bumped into me. I feel like, Andrew, you had more to say. It got really quiet
I interrupted you there.
Not really. We usually do the same. You know what? The first time I've ever done this at Fundy, every time we go to Bennett Lake and I'm like, oh man, look at all those people boating. That'd be fun. And then I never do it. I actually like splurged and rented a canoe.
Bought a boat.
For the first, no, I didn't buy it. I rented a canoe for a whole hour and it was fun. It's a fun little mixing it up a little. Oliver thought it was amazing. He was pretty pumped to be in a canoe.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
can he swim?
He needs a floaty. He got like super comfortable this summer. He was really did not like water before the summer, and then just clicked. And we actually switched up floaties because the original floaty was super cool.
Oh,
it was a Batman like chest.
Oh, chest one, yeah.
And it was really awesome. However, it was not adequate for really keeping him up. So we upgraded to one with the floaty here and the arms.
Yeah.
And he's just like loving it. He's super comfortable now with the water, so that's good.
Oh, that's good.
A couple of years ago, Melissa and I went to Fun Day Park for like one of our anniversaries. So no kids, and we went to Bennett Lake, and I've canoed in Bennett Lake since I was in high school. I have canoed a bunch, but anyway, So I was like, yeah, let's rent a canoe. It'll be fun. Anyway, we go out. It was a little windy, and we go out. It was fun. We go to the far end, and it was like super easy because the wind was at our back. And then we get all the way there,
Oh.
and it wasn't too bad. But then all of a sudden, the wind whipped up, and there was like white caps. And I mean, not to oversell it. I mean, they were like half a foot, but it was still super windy. And we'd be paddling, and all of a sudden, we'd be heading the right direction, and the wind would catch us and flick the boat around. And like, normally I can control a canoe way better than that.
Let's just
So
make camp
stinky.
here.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because the last time I went to Bennett Lake, I was in high school, and I was like, I was in camp at the time, so I was like canoeing all the time. I was like, I'm going to take my own canoe, because back there was like $2 to rent a canoe, and I had all this Tim Hortons money burning a hole in my pocket. So me and one other guy,
You
we
steal
solo
Tim Hortons?
canoed. So we sat in the middle, and we're like, oh yeah, we're so cool, we could do it all by ourselves. Anyway, it got super windy. And there's like an island in the middle of it, and we couldn't get back. So we left one of the canoes on the island, went back together, and we're like, yeah, your other canoe's on the island. And he's like, I'll go get it.
Oh no!
Wow.
Oh, that
I'm
poor
a
guy.
bird punching, canoe stealing freak, I guess.
Well, you made it sound like you stole money from Tim Hortons and then went and
I
like
worked
went on
at Tim
went on a joyride with a canoe.
the canoe, no. I definitely, I guess my life story is overestimating how good I am at canoes.
Whenever I like in high school, I took like a canoe training thing, like flat water, like
Mhm.
whatever. And anytime I'm in a canoe, I make sure I bring that up. like, I've
What's the
level
point if you don't?
I have level D flat water canoe. I can steer.
Hey, Oliver. What?
Pick out this sculling, bro.
I've got the tray. Yeah, look at this J stroke. See this J stroke?
Actually, boat related, I had a parenting win. And as a bird puncher, those are few and far between. But like this takes place like months before Christmas. It was like last September. I was just cruising through Walmart, and I found one of those little rinky-dink inflatable rowboats, like 2-man rowboat. And it was $9 in the clearance rack. I'm like, I'm buying that for Gideon for Christmas. So I bought it and almost forgot to give it to him. Anyway, I gave it to him, and I was like, next time we go to Twin Shores, buddy.
You're landlocked in Fredericton. Here's your boat.
In my head, I was like, this is probably going to be a one and done scenario. I'm assuming, like, I don't think it's going to survive two outings. And it turns out it was true, because it's not. Because when we went to Twin Shores, it was like super windy and like wavy. It was actually really fun to play in. But Gideon and his cousin Wyatt, they were in the boat, and they would just take turns having adults like tow them through the waves. And it was like doing this. And I'm sure like to us, it was like a foot, but to them, it probably felt like crazy huge waves. And they were laughing so hard, and they had a great time. And then it got a hole in it, and it's probably done for. I mean, theoretically you could fix it, but I'm not handy. So I'll just go buy another $9.
No data for YouTube. So
No data for YouTube. That's right. So anyway, so that was my my parenting win.
Here's my parenting win. When we were out in the water, we were getting the same wind and waves that you guys were getting, and so Jaden,
you were so close.
we were so close, so close. Anyway, Jaden had asked me if I could throw every time a wave would come. He was like, "Can you throw me up over it into the next one?" type of thing. So I'm hoisting this kid and throwing him. There'd been a loose seal that had been popping up all over the place.
Lucille.
Loose seal. There'd been a loose seal. No, there was a seal that would like pop up probably a couple 100 feet out, but we'd be out swimming, and all of a sudden, boop, the seal would pop up.
Do the periscope.
Yeah, and then we would kind of like, because when you'd go out in the water, it would be deep for a bit, and you're walking on rocks, then you hit a sandbar, it gets shallower, and then it gets deeper again, and then you're going out where the fishing boats are, and the seal is out there. Anyway, it never really come in, but when we first saw it, we went in. I did some research on like, are we in trouble or can we swim out there? And basically, no. If there's a seal in your vicinity, you don't really want to mess around. Because they're like dogs in that they can be temperamental, and you might get one that's playful, but the way that they play or are inquisitive is they use their mouth to feel. They don't use their flippers.
You don't want to
feel.
lose a hand, right?
Exactly. So even if it wasn't upset, but you could upset it easily enough and then be in trouble. Anyway, the seal had disappeared at one point. We're out there. I'm throwing him through the waves. I'm not kidding. I tossed him up over a wave into the next one, and when that wave crested and went over me, boop, Seal's like 30 feet away between me and Jaden. And I grab Jaden and I haul him up. I'm holding him and his legs are like, you know, it's like if you took someone.
The face is in the water.
It's like if they. No, I've got him up by the waist. His face is up here. But if you know how like when you sit in a horse, how your legs are out bowed like that. It was like
I do all kinds of horse riding.
I picked him up and he was basically like that the whole time. And I hauled him in so stinking fast and get out of that water. And that was my loose. We saw 5 different seals.
Savior.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, we've been on for an hour.
I'd say it's time.
People
to put
are
it to
still
the end.
watching.
We've talked about seals tonight on Oxford Holy
Birds.
Club. We talked about seals. We talked about birds. There was bathroom conversation. There was, what else did we talk about? Andrew, canoes.
This is one of those points where we can name the episode after we've done it. So
I've already named it.
bird, seals, canoes.
No, I just call it. What did I call it?
Episode. Lucas wouldn't come visit me.
Vacation
The vacation catch up. What did you say?
The Lucas wouldn't come visit me episode.
Ooh, Scott's are watching Arrested Development.
Yeah,
Lucille,
Scott.
nice. We made. Listen,
Hey,
go.
Scott. When you watch Arrested Development, which we all do over and over again, once you know about that whole Lucille thing and you watch earlier episodes, they foreshadow it all the time. All the time. It's crazy. Anyway,
And we did it tonight intentionally in this episode. Go back and listen to this episode again. We dropped
and
Arrested
no,
Development.
Kelsey, would I punch a seal? If I felt threatened, if it got between me and a pigeon, yeah, I'd probably punch it. But I mean,
As I'm on my rampage to wipe out all pigeons from Earth, if a seal got in the way, it's gone too.
Now, how
Collateral pigeon
confident are
damage.
you in your ability to fight a seal? Are you Barber fighting
Hold
a
on.
bear
The last time
or-
we
They
had
seem
this,
way too slippery for me.
the last time we had this conversation, Matt never came back. So, Lucas, don't declare something and then go looking for it.
No, I don't think I would punch a seal. They're too like cute / majestic, so I couldn't do that.
Now, my dad did say this
Majestic.
about the seal was, and he didn't say it around the kids or Mandy, thank goodness. But he said, usually where there's seals, there's sharks right behind,
Yeah.
and it's the truth. And there's they got a couple of great whites tagged that you can check out.
The shark tracker.
Right, but I read an article about the Northumberland Strait and the water in there, and we didn't know growing up. Like we've been swimming with sharks all our life and had no idea they're there. Anyway, guys, it's been nice catching up with y'all, but it's time for us to get out of here. We're gonna just kind of bypass our normal outro. Is there anything that you guys want to say before we get going?
Good to be
In
back.
case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
I was
If you
gonna,
see a pigeon, punch it for me.
and if the women
Please
don't
sign
find you handsome, at least they'll find you handy. No? Red, green? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, keep spiritually fit and have fun.
And have fun.